Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to a really fun layout here. Today, this is day 2 of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club telephone game YouTube hop. So this is a little bit different in that below you won't find a whole list of links to follow, because we are posting videos every day starting yesterday with Becky, My Creative Life, and I will put her link below, yesterday the 15th, and ending with my friend Miranda on the 20th. And so I will be putting down in the links below Becky's link in case you missed the beginning of this team's challenge. And I will also be posting a link to Desiree, my friend, who is day 3, and therefore she is the one that I sent my layout to. So if you recall the telephone game when we were kids and you used to say one thing to one person and then it would go around, we are doing the same thing with layouts and projects. So basically we are quite a few. So actually there are 3 different hops today, because we are 3 teams of, I believe, 7 people who are taking part in the telephone game. So our team was called Scrappy Shenanigans, which I love. As you know, I just love the word shenanigans, and Amy uses it a lot, and she's in our team. Christina uses it, and she's in our team. So anyway, it was just a perfect name for our team. Amy and Miranda get up to a lot of shenanigans together when we have our parties, so it all just works perfectly for us. So it started yesterday with Becky, and Becky sent me this gorgeous layout. Now, I don't know whether this is her design or whether she had an inspiration piece that she used for this, so we will have to go and watch her video to find that out. But in any case, this is the gorgeous layout that Becky sent me. And look, she's using my favorite collection of all times, Auburn Lane. Although I just received my Indigo and Ivy also from Pink Paisley, and that is going to be right up there as well. So this is what I had, and this is what I have to work with, and this is the layout that I created based on Becky's gorgeous layout. So I stayed, as it appears from here, I stayed pretty literal. So this is almost a scrap lift. In fact, I guess it pretty much is a scrap lift. I kept quite a few of the elements. The basic design, mine is maybe just a little bit more angled and maybe a little bit more narrow, but the basic premise, including the clusters, the title in this area, cluster here, some little torn edges there, down to even using the wood veneer. So pretty similar to hers, and it was a beautiful layout. So I am using my lovely baby album kit that Christina sent to me, which was sort of like an April and a half. It was an extra kit that I ordered so that I could do this baby album for when baby Diego came along. And as it so happens, today I'm pre-recording this, and baby Diego has joined us as of this morning. Isn't that exciting? So this kit is based on 3 main collections. There is some pebbles, a lot of pebbles in here. This lovely collection, and in fact I will link, I'll put a card, one of those card things up here that links back to when I shared this kit, because it really is a gorgeous kit. A lot of Bo Bunny, Little Wonder, and some Pink Paisley Little Adventure as well as all sorts of little bits and bobs. There's some stuff from 49 in Market, some gorgeous epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, of which there are 2 on here. So this paper here is from the Bo Bunny collection, and this one here is from the Pink Paisley Little Adventure. And of course, Kelsey, you will be very proud of me because I gutted both. There we go, I gutted both. So I started here in the background with a piece of designer series paper from Stampin' Up, just so that I could give that back layer, that back frame. And then I went to use this one from the Pink Paisley, and this is just a fairly, now Becky's middle pattern here is sort of the busy pattern, and then she went for almost here a tone on tone. I reversed that a little bit. This here is pretty much just a tone on tone, a subtle pattern, just letters of the alphabet in a darker blue on a pale blue background. And then this Bo Bunny little wonder paper is a little bit more of a busier background for me, because I really wanted to bring in the stars and the sort of starbursts that are here. So I just put these 2 in the back, and then this paper here, as Becky had done, I did some tearing here in the little, in 3 different places. Then I distressed the rest of the edges using a distressor, my distressing tool. I inked everything with some Stampin' Up! Midnight Muse ink. And then here I just put, so I could break it up a little bit and lighten it up a little bit, I just put some white cardstock behind my ears, distressed the white cardstock and inked it. So keeping the distressed, giving a little bit of this darker blue, but lightening it all up. So this one is fairly layered, and there's quite a bit of interest within the layers. So I did some tearing, and this one here, I believe is this one here. This here, I think, is also from, I think this might be from the Pebbles collection. I'm not quite sure, but you'll see it in the kit when you if you haven't seen that kit share, go back and have a look, because you're going to be seeing quite a few of these layouts coming up. So Becky just matted, and she did a few little layers here behind her photo, which I did as well. I did some cardstock here, some of the background paper that I used here. Then this lovely paper here, this is actually not in the kit, and this comes from Maggie Holmes and a lovely paper pad that my friend Sharon sent to me. So I thought I would bring that in because I really wanted to bring in sort of that golden yellowish color, because I really wanted to use this flare and some wood veneer from the very beginning. So I felt like I needed that golden color. So I went to get that, which here, now here Becky just sort of distressed her little back layer. I did a little bit of a fishtail banner, made it maybe a little bit wider. My layer here is also a little bit wider, but it does not come down. Well, it does come down, I guess, quite a bit as well. Distressed the edge, tore and distressed the top here. Then this lovely layer, did some tearing and distressing here, and I rolled it over just like Becky did, but then I added here a little piece of that golden yellow paper as well, so that I would have a little bit of that contrast. So those are all my layers. So a fairly simple layout, but it really does let the paper speak, as it does in Becky's original, where she really followed a design which highlights and brings the paper to the forefront, and I loved that aspect of it. So up here I did a little bit of a different kind of cluster, just a pretty basic, just a little bit of this golden yellow paper, a little bit of this background paper here, distressed, some inking, and one little flare which says Little Prince. And then I did another little cluster here with just a little bit of leaf coming up on the sides, which the colors, a star here, which I've put up foam, and another of the lovely flare, this one saying baby boy. So this celebrates, and the title, aptly using some wood veneer here, celebrate 31 weeks. So this was when at 31 weeks at, I believe, her dad's. Another tiny, I'm not even sure I would call this a cluster. Maybe it's more of a deconstructed cluster, but I just wanted to put a little bit of the same die cut that I had down here, bring it up to the top so we would have a little bit of repetition. Another wood veneer, which here just says love with a little bit of an arrow. Then I used quite a few. Now, Becky went along here and did a lot of splattering, some lovely gold splatters that she put here, which is a little bit tone on tone with her page. And so in my case, rather than doing splatters, I thought I would scatter around some wood veneer hearts, a little bit everywhere, and use my new Nuvo drops to play and to just add some drops instead of enamel dots a little bit throughout the little circles that are in these starbursts and the pattern that's on the background here. I did use a couple of enamel dots here. I wanted to get a couple of those in just here really because of the color, and I wanted to bring that color out into the navy, and I have it over here as well. And then otherwise I did, these are just Nuvo drops in white that I've put a little bit around everywhere to just put a little bit of a, it goes to me with the background paper, and then wood veneer as the title. This I had in my scrap bowl. It's not part of the kit. 31 weeks. These lovely alphas did come with the kit. So there you go. So for my iteration, I would call it pretty much a scrap lip, little tiny variations perhaps, but fairly true to Becky's lovely original page. So I'm going to put the link to Desiree's channel, pop on over to her channel tomorrow to see what she did, because then once my page was done, I private messengered her a photo of this page, and then she worked from here to create her page. So join us every day until the 20th, including the 20th, to see what everybody did with the page that was sent to them. And then the fun thing at the very end is to see where we wind up on the 20th with Miranda's page versus this page. If you're a member of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, pop on over to our Facebook group, because we are adding a photo of our page as it gets published on YouTube into the album. And this whole idea came from Christy and Christina, because it was one of the challenges. We had a team challenge in the June party, and we played this game, and it was so much fun. We were a team of 5 that Christy and Christina got it going again to do it as a YouTube hop. So pop on over to the 2 other teams that are playing as well, which means that today and every day there are 3 videos. There is also a non-YouTube team of lovely people playing along with this thing, and I believe they are doing some sharing on Facebook in our group, but maybe on their own social media, and probably over on Instagram. So I will put down below the hashtag. I'm sure we have a hashtag for this. I need to go over to the group and find it so that maybe you can find everybody's layout. So this was so much fun. Thank you so much, Christy and Christina, for putting this on. Thank you to my lovely team members. This was so much fun playing along with you. And I will see you again soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye.